Welcome everybody. My name is Psychic Gigi and this is our Libra love reading for February 2019. I've already laid the cards out for us because I'm trying to shorten my videos and make sure that they're a little bit more quicker. And also I got to see what's going on with our Libras for love. So, at the bottom of the deck I pulled the Page of Pentacles, which is clearly about learning. But one of the things that I get with the Page of Pentacles is it's focus. Like, if you're in a committed relationship, when I get this card in a reading, it might have lost some of its luster. So this doesn't mean that it's over with, it's done with. It just means that action and discussions is a necessity right now. So if you're in a relationship, you need to kind of be a little bit more creative, get some changes going on, and you also must be honest about how you're feeling. If you are not in a committed relationship, for those single Libras out there, you can't seem to meet someone new, and you have to kind of look carefully at what you're holding in your heart. Like, you may still be attached with an ex, or you may need to let go before you can expect to be able to move forward in a new relationship. So looking at our spread right here, the first one that we have is Seven of Cups. I love this because the Seven of Cups is, the first thing I get is you have several choices, you have several options around you. Don't get lost in fantasy. But it also, there is some confusion with this because this can even point to maybe being a little too disorganized, or doing too much for someone that you do care about. So you do have several romantic choices that are at hand and around you, but you have to be clear. You have to be specific about what you want if you're single. You also need to evaluate your choices carefully. So be honest and clear with not only with yourself, but with the people that are involved. So moving ahead, just be aware of falling in love with the head rushy, quick, fast type of energy at the beginning of a relationship for those who are single, because that head rushy energy doesn't last long. It's really quick and short. If you are in a relationship, this even could be like you are with your soulmate. This could be a soulmate type relationship that I get. This doesn't mean that you have to stay in a rut, by the way. I don't know why I'm getting that, but for some reason my spirit guide just said don't stay in a rut. So my next card is the Knight of Wands reverse. So this could be a male energy, male or female. Because this is a general, and it'll resonate with some of you and some of it won't. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It signifies, I'm getting delays with this. This is the type of energy I get. So if there's somebody in your past that you're kind of waiting for and you have your heart set on and you're not ready to move on, there's going to be a little bit more delays. So you're going to have to wait. Try to wait patiently, because that's what I'm getting. There's also, this card also tells me that there's some stress, some minor arguments if you're in an existing relationship. So just try to get to the bottom of what's really happening. An argument maybe about a toaster is really not the toaster. The actual, it's much deeper. You got to get to the root of the problem is what I want to say here for this one. Also, again, even though you have several opportunities, if you're single, and don't rush into something. Okay, guys, so here it is. Everybody does not like this card. I actually like this card because the way I look at it and the way I see this card is endings and new beginnings, kind of letting go of attachments that no longer served you, transformation, change. It's definitely a deep transformation, and especially when I'm reading it here. So you're ready to make some changes in around your situation, especially with your love life, because this is focused on your love life. Let's see. Let's look at this and see what else is going on. Okay. So, and the other thing, important thing with this one is not all relationships are fixable. So you could try, but change is not easy for most people. So it could be very difficult. You could try to fix what's wrong in around the relationship. And even though it might not be successful, but again, give it your best chance, because I do get endings, but I just feel like there's an unhappiness around this when I get this. So I get like endings or beginnings. So changes are scary, but staying at the cost in a relationship for logical reasons is, again, if you're in a relationship, I wouldn't, and you feel like you're just staying in the relationship just to be in the relationship, I would definitely look at your other options. Maybe see how, if you can't fix it, it might be more about trying to find your happiness. For the ones that are single out there, happiness is out there. It's waiting, but you have to go out and find it. It's not coming to your door. So the next card that we have is the Ten of Swords. Reversed. Okay. The worst might be over. I like this card. So we have the endings, the new beginnings. It might have been a hard transition. You know, as we started to end something, you know, the worst is over. It might have been hard to end something, but again, if you were in a relationship and you had to end something from your past, this is where it's, okay, the worst is over. But just be sure that you do not make the same mistakes. Also, try to solve issues within yourself. I always like to see this card as like a self-reflection sometimes, because you want to be sure that you see your own role in the matter of this ending of the relationship as well. So you might have already taken the steps to, if you're in a committed relationship and you're in a current relationship, you might have already taken the steps to make some changes, which is a good thing. But there's more work that needs, this card is reassuring me that there's more work that needs to be done for it to survive. So remember that any relationship that you're in, no matter what it is, it takes two. So problems are almost never entirely the fault of one person. It's always two. Also, for your singles, for our singles out there, if you think that you're ready for a long-term committed relationship, you might not actually be as ready as you think you are. So you don't have to conform to society's expectations unless you really feel like it's true, it's right for you. So if you want to just have a friends with benefits, or you just want to date a couple people, it's okay. You don't need to necessarily conform to society rules and having that one-on-one committed relationship. Okay, let me just take a look at this. Okay, Libra. So our next card, and I love this card. I always love this card, because this is it's a femininity card, and she's tied to the moon. It's the High Priestess, and it's all about inspiration. Very spiritual, by the way, and often with sexual overtones. So it can mean that you're in a phase where you're going through too much, like a physical attraction, a strong physical attraction with someone around you. Let's see, what else do we see with this one? I love the fact that she's tied to the moon. Rely on your intuition. Like, you know, your inner knowledge. You know what you want. You know what you need. You have to definitely rely on your intuition and your knowledge. So just be mindful of that. In regards to meeting somebody new, this could be really magical. Time for love for anyone interested in wanting and being open-hearted for new love to come in. Okay, so let's go to the Two of Cups. I love that feminine energy, by the way. So we have the Two of Cups reversed. Now, again, there's two people on this card no matter what. They see, like, I get, like, things are likely to be going well. However, you have to be careful that you're not causing any problems in a platonic friendship or giving too much attention to a lover who's not putting in the work, in the effort. So if you're with somebody and you're in a committed relationship, remember there has to be a little bit more balance. Don't pay too much attention to love and the exclusion of being in love. That's another thing. So they're asking for, you know, what I get from this is, again, just balance it out. It's got to be fair. If for all my single Libras out there, when there is a problem in a relationship that you might have had in the past, it's time for you to forgive and forget your past and just start fresh. The next card, Ten of Wands. So this is telling me, if you're in a current relationship, you're in a hard place right now. You have a lot of things on your plate. You're undergoing kind of like a rough time. This has nothing to do with the relationship, but the needs that you need more support from your partner who might not be putting the effort in. So this needs to be examined. It has to be looked at. You have to consider, you know, your options. And are you also, my other question is, if you are in a relationship, are you asking for the help? Libra, your time is eventually, and for, by the way, our singles, as soon as you get done doing all this hard work, your time will eventually come, but perhaps it's just not a good time to start anything new. You need to kind of rest, self-reflect, and see exactly what you want in a relationship. So our next card is Eight of Cups. Renewed good times. Someone from your past is coming back. So you guys are going to kind of get together, and you know it. You already know it in your gut. You know in your gut that this person is coming back. But your gut is telling you it might be time for you to kind of get out of this relationship and not allow this person to come back. But it usually means that someone is going to make a choice. And also, most times the door's already closed for one of the parties. So it's normally like the person who tries to come back, the door might be closed in front of you, but yet it's still fully open. It's a little conflicting. You might have decided like a long-term relationship is going to end because you want to, because you're just not sure about it. You don't want to wait. You don't want to wait for the right time. Or maybe you feel like there's never going to be a right time. But you're hesitant to tell the person it's over. All right, well, don't jump. Don't jump into a relationship too fast, because I do see a new relationship coming towards you, Libra, and I also see like you have to give yourself some time and space. Like, kind of be on your own, because this person's coming back towards you. Okay, so here's our next card, Eight of Pentacles. Again, one or both of you might not be prepared to do the work that's necessary in the relationship. If you are currently in a relationship, to maintain the happy, fulfilling relationship that you're looking for, you might be also reevaluating. Some of you might be rethinking the relationship. I just want to say, relationships are not parking lots. So you do have to put the work into the relationship or marriage if you want to be happy in your relationship. But on the other hand, there's only one part that you can control, which is yourself, Libra. So do your part and then kind of just see what happens. For anyone who is single out there and you are looking for love, you have some hard work to do to find this person that you're actually looking for. By the way, sitting home and imagining love falling out of the sky out of nowhere, it's not going to happen. So that's a confirmation of that. So don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself that love is just going to come to you magically. Like, it's just going to magically appear. That's not going to happen. You have to kind of get out, get yourself out socializing. The next card that we have is the Sun card reverse. Okay, again, one or the other partner that you're with, if you're in a current relationship, even if it's both of you, you're just not taking the time and putting the effort in around the relationship. You're taking it for granted. So you guys that are in a relationship, marriage, commitment, living together, whatever it is, you might want to reevaluate and see what you can do. Because both parties might need some time alone to self-reflect, but at the same time do need to put the work and the effort in the relationship for it to keep moving forward. If you're waiting for somebody from your past to return, make sure that when they do come back, that they give you what you deserve. That's super important. You deserve more than what they have given you in the past. You don't want to just accept just any old lover that comes along. And this can apply to single people as well. My single Libras, listen, don't just settle. It's not, you've already come this far. You've already waited. You've already learned your lessons. You have, several choices around you. Just don't settle. Now's not the time to settle. The next card that we have, guys, that's laid out is the Two of Pentacles. So, the Two of Pentacles. Again, we got a lot of twos here, by the way. So, it's so odd that we're doing February, and yet there's twos. For me, it's always twos in the month of February, 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 months. If you're currently in a committed relationship, other things are pulling you away and taking your attention away from the relationship and making sure that you're giving enough time and energy and effort in your relationship. So Libras, I just want to point out to you, again, if your relationship is not where you want it to be, evaluate it. You have to evaluate it. You have to see what changes you can make. Again, you're not the only one that needs to make some changes. You might need some time apart, but there's definitely work needs to be done to make this relationship thrive and keep thriving strong. If you're constantly filling your time with work and other distractions, there might not be room for a relationship in your life. This also goes for single people. So again, this is about evaluating. This month, I'm feeling like it's time to just evaluate your situation. See what you could do. If you're currently in a relationship, see what you can do to make it better. See how you can balance it out a little bit more. And if you're single, you need to evaluate and find out exactly what type of relationship you are actually looking for. Because there's a lot of energies over here. There's, when we do the Ten of Swords, you're, not really wanting to conform with society. Maybe you just want to have somebody to hang out with every once in a while. Or you're looking for that committed relationship. But again, that's not going to fall in your lap. So it's definitely, this month of February is definitely a time for you to evaluate. So the last card that I have is the Nine of Pentacles. And it's excellent in regards to love. So if you're in a committed relationship, you can expect the relationship, I'm feeling like it's going to be towards the end of the month, by the way, to rise to a new height of intimacy and joy, balance. If you are single and you are looking for someone new who has, but you're looking for somebody new that is more, you want it to be deep. You want a deeper connection with somebody new. For those that are single and really are looking for a relationship and want that meaningful, deep love connected, I see that coming very, very soon. So smile. The world loves a lover. Okay, so let me just do some I'll do my romance angels for my Libras for February 2019. Okay, so the first card, it's safe to love. Again, you guys are really guarded. Have an open heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. It's really safe to love. You just have to open yourself up. Okay. Unavailable love. So remember, if there's somebody from your past and you feel like that person really is not putting forth the effort and you've done everything that you can, there's just not enough attraction and chemistry to keep the relationship going. So you might have to just go ahead and just accept the fact that the relationship is not going anywhere. It's staying exactly where it's at. It's not staying committed. It's not ready to move forward. It's not, we're gonna stay right there. The next one for our love, Libras, trust. The situation is calling for you to trust and have some faith in love again. There's a lack of trust. Even from somebody coming back in your past. You might need to trust them. Maybe their intentions are good. They're ready to put the work into it. Okay, Libras. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Again, this is Psychic Gigi. And if you would like to have your personal reading, my information is listed below.